him and that he can't do this to anyone else anytime soon.
A Colorado mover accused of holding people's belongings hostage is now facing charges.
If you violate the law, you're going to be held accountable.
He's been scamming people for years, and Contact Denver 7's coverage helped lead to his arrest.
We wouldn't have known to pursue this had it not been for Denver 7.
People living in a Denver neighborhood are still waiting for repairs 4 months after a major water main break damaged their homes.
This particular event had pushed me to the edge.
And Russell Wilson gives his thoughts on the controversial play calling that sent the Broncos home with a loss on Monday Night Football.
I always believe in having the ball, and everything else, but also we got a great kicker. We're going to believe in our kicker again.
And we start at 5 with a live look outside. The 90s are no longer. Rain is now moving through the metro.
It is cloudy out there. Now we want to get to Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson. And Mike, the rain is bringing in some cooler temperatures as well.
It certainly is. And it's not a major storm system by any means. There's no warnings in effect, but skies are a little dark and threatening around here. This is the view from City Park with some raindrops hitting the camera lens. And that's the band of showers with a little bit of thunder and lightning. It's heaviest over southeast Aurora, Centennial, down to the Parker Castle Rock area. It's moving toward the northeast. Out to the west, we also have a flash flood watch that's in effect. That's out on the Grizzly Creek burn scar, and there are some additional storms coming that way, but currently not much happening. This is all moisture left behind from Tropical Storm K, and it's moving across our state and will continue this evening and again tomorrow. And it's really dropped the temperatures. We're only 70 the top of the hour in Denver, 53 at Leadville, and there's even been a little bit of snow up on Loveland Pass. Scattered evening showers and thunderstorms. Dry in the morning tomorrow, more showers in the afternoon, but you're going to like the weekend forecast.
Thank you, Mike. All right, so you trust a moving company with everything you own, and what happens when that trust is broken?
Tonight, the owner of a Colorado moving company faces felony theft charges in Denver and Weld counties. He's accused of holding people's belongings hostage.
Consumer investigator Jacqueline Allen has been exposing this company for years.
Well, we still get regular calls, and arrest affidavits show Contact Denver 7's coverage helped push this investigation forward. So let's give you some context. In 2018 and 19, we reported on AM Movers several times. They're owned by a man going by Adam or David Zoda. April 2021, David Zoda turned up again. A Longmont cancer survivor told us her family heirlooms were being held hostage by his new company, H&M Moving. Well, with Contact Denver 7's help, in May, she picked up her belongings from a storage unit and a criminal investigation was launched into what had gone wrong. Now, in July, a family moving to Texas reached out again, saying their belongings had also been held hostage by H&M. Again, after our reporting, they also got the keys from David Zoda to pick up their things from storage. Now, finally, this past November, records show Greeley police seized dozens of storage units rented by Zoda, returning the items to their owners. Now, that brings us to this week, with this mover finally being held accountable. How many of you feel like you were ripped off by H&M Moving?
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
For sure.
Misery loves company.
This is just nuts.
But this group of people all hired David Zoda.
She's like, he's in jail, he's in jail.
And are feeling a little less miserable now.
Just to know that they finally got him and that he can't do this to anyone else.
An arrest affidavit obtained by Contact Denver 7 shows Hussein Namat Zoda, aka David Zoda, is accused of taking off with people's belongings, disappearing for weeks, even months, eventually demanding thousands of dollars for delivery or just pick up at a storage unit.
Who wants that stuff? Nobody but me. All my ornaments, all my Christmas stuff.
We were there last year when records state Greeley police seized 24 storage units rented by Zoda, returning items held hostage to his customers, including Ann and Mark Anderson.
We're there if we're needed to testify or anything.
After months of investigations, Weld County DA Michael Rourke is moving forward with charges of felony theft.
What kind of a message does it send that your office is charging the owner of a moving company?
Well, I hope what the message is that if you violate the law, you're going to be held accountable.
Most of these former customers tell me they've given up on getting their money back, but not on getting justice.
I just want them in jail, and I will be there. I will be out front jumping up and down and hooting and hollering.
Hooting and hollering. Now, Zoda did not respond to our request for comment, but he is bonded out of jail. He's due in court next month. Now, listen to this. The Denver DA just announced also felony theft charges there against him as well. And today they're asking any other victims to contact their economic crimes unit.
They have the list going, don't they?
No
My
kidding.
gosh.
Great
Dozens
work,
of people.
Jacqueline.
Yeah. All right, thank you. It has been nearly 7 months since 5 people died in an apartment in Commerce City. Investigators say they used cocaine that was laced with a deadly dose of fentanyl. No arrests have been made. Well, Denver 7's Amy Wattis is joining us live now. Amy, the district attorney is now giving new details about the investigation.
And the district attorney for Colorado's 17th district, which includes Adams and Broomfield counties, says his team tracked down, they followed up, they investigated every single lead they received in this case, from witness interviews to video surveillance, DNA evidence, even phone records. Still no one has been charged in this case. The district attorney, Brian Mason, says the investigation has been a massive collaboration, teaming up with the Commerce City Police, the DEA, and the North Metro Task Force to determine who was responsible for selling the drugs that led to the 5 deaths at a Commerce City apartment back in February. In February, police found 5 people dead inside the apartment after using cocaine laced with fentanyl. The DA says evidence in this case strongly shows they did not know that they were taking drugs laced with fentanyl and didn't know what they were ingesting would kill them. As of today, he says his team does not have the evidence to charge anyone with these deaths, but he says that doesn't mean it won't happen eventually.
If we get more leads, if we get more evidence, if we get more tips, if technology changes and we're able to evaluate current evidence in a new way, we will do so. And we will follow up again on every single tip and every single lead that we get.
The DA says he personally spoke with every single family involved in this case and stresses this case is not closed. He also mentions that fentanyl is the most dangerous drug on the streets right now, and he says it's only getting worse. We'll have more on that part of the story coming up tonight at 8 on Denver 7 on Local 3, and then again at 10 on Denver 7. Reporting live in Denver, Amy Wattis, Denver 7.
All right, Amy, thank you for that. And addressing substance abuse and drug overdose is something Denver Mayor Michael Hancock wants to focus on in his proposed budget for his final year in office. The budget includes $36.5 million to expand behavioral health services for young people and for young adults. It also has money for a public health hotspot program, and that's similar to the public safety hotspot program to concentrate efforts in areas that are seeing high rates of overdoses, homeless camps, and violence.
We also want to make investments in telehealth and other mobile integrated approaches to care and treatment delivery. We also want to bolster the city's substance misuse response.
The Denver mayor's budget also focuses on housing stability, homelessness, and revitalizing downtown. It also includes money to increase public safety through hiring more police officers and offering more training. City Council will start having budget hearings a week from Friday and will vote on the budget in November.
The man accused of killing an Arvada police officer is in a Jefferson County jail. Sonny Almanza made his first court appearance this morning and is being held without bond. We still don't have a clear picture of what happened the day Officer Dylan Vakoff was killed. The district attorney won't be unsealing the affidavit yet. Officer Vakoff's funeral starts at 10 a.m. Friday morning. It's at Flatirons Community Church in Lafayette. The service is open to the public.
A burglary suspect is arrested in Boulder, and police believe this suspect was a busy burglar. Police say this man, 30-year-old Roman Owens, targeted several apartment complexes in the span of 1 week. They say he would go into apartment buildings trying to open a door until he found one unlocked. And he is accused of taking things like cash and jewelry and AirPods. If you believe you're a victim, please call Boulder police. And officers are also reminding people, just keep your doors locked.
The Broncos' loss on Monday night is going to sting for a while.
They lost on a missed field goal with seconds to go in the fourth quarter. And Broncos country is still talking about why Coach Nate Hackett made that decision. Well, Denver 7 Sports Director Lionel Bienvenu is joining us. And so, Lionel, what is Russell Wilson saying about that call?
Well, we talked to Russell today. And look, we're all trying to move on, right? I know it's Wednesday. We should be looking forward to the Texans game this Sunday. But the more I try, the more I can't help but look back to Monday night, and the more I just cannot believe an NFL coach, even in his first game, would ever even think about making the decision that Nate Hackett made. It kind of gets worse by the day. To go for an NFL record-tying 64-yard field goal that has only been made twice in NFL history, in a situation where the Broncos only needed 5 yards for a first down. A field goal like this has a 4% chance of success. Giving Russell Wilson a chance to get 5 yards, that's close to 50% success. I cannot wrap my mind around this. Now today, again, we heard from Russ as the Broncos went back to practice, and he had more insight on the decision, saying he wanted the ball and had a play called to go for it.
Anytime you get the chance to try to, win the game and solidify it and try to make a play, I always believe in having the ball. I was at the line of scrimmage ready to go for it too. I was calling a play and we were ready to go. But that's what we decided, and we went with it. And we missed by, I don't know, yard maybe. Maybe half a yard, so it was close. You have to go through a little bit of adversity to get to the other side. And that's just what it is. If you want, you got to be able to have a little challenge and a little, I always say adversity tolerance to be able to get to the other side of greatness and what that looks like.
All right, that's it. Now I'm moving on. No looking back. Let's look ahead to the Texans on Sunday, but we did get bad news today. Safety Justin Simmons is out for at least 4 weeks with an injured quad muscle. We'll have more on this coming up on Denver 7 Sports at 6.
I thought I was going to lose my dog, but she's here, which is amazing.
A Colorado dog spent 3 months in the wild, and it took high-tech equipment to bring her home.
Yep, that's her. Good job.
Scattered showers and storms for this evening. Tomorrow we'll see one more round.
And mourners wait in line for hours to say a final goodbye to Queen Elizabeth.
It's the one thing I really want to do, to come and pay my last respects.